Absolute bollocks. Guys, what have we just watched? Arsenal Football Club against 10-man Manchester United at home, playing for over 60 minutes without a goal. What kind of rubbish is that? That is just absolute rubbish. I'm not going to accept that from my club. Look, it's about the mentality. Guys, say what you want to say, but it's about the mentality. It's how the manager drills his team. This manager sets out his team to first and foremost control the game. That is their main preoccupation. Pass without losing the ball. Don't take any risks. Pass the ball around, maintain possession, maintain control, and then lob that ball into the box and someone is gonna head it in, or wait for a corner and then you can do what you've practiced in training. This team is not out there to play good football that fans pay to watch. There's no urgency to get into the box. There's no urgency to shoot. There's no player who is taking the game by the scruff of the neck and trying to drive the ball forward into the box. Of course, that Gabriel Jesus injury was a dampener because he was doing some good things on that right wing. But we still had Raheem Sterling coming on, who was actually very good. The moment he came on, you could see that he was making some movements, some direct runs, some direct movements that we did not have in that game. Guys, there is no excuse. I know Arteta is going to go out there and say that we've been playing badly because we have injuries. That is no excuse, guys. This manager has been buying players who are versatile. That has been his main term when he's buying players. So even if we have injuries, we should be well and truly covered. And this is Arsenal Football Club. We are a big club in Europe. We are a big club in the Premier League. We shouldn't be out there giving excuses that we have injuries. And we are playing at home in front of our own fans, home advantage. We cannot stomach this kind of football. And this rot has been going on for a while now. It's not just today. We've seen this kind of mediocre football so many times, especially in the home game against Ipswich. We were playing this kind of football where we don't look like scoring. We can be given 60, 70, 80 minutes, 100 minutes. I don't care how much you give Arsenal Football Club. We never seem threatening. We don't have that cutting edge. We don't look dangerous in front of goal. And even the commentators were going, Arsenal can have possession without hurting you. Now the opposing managers know that they can come to Emirates and really play a compact defense and Arsenal are not able to hurt them. But that cannot continue, man. That cannot continue. We cannot continue to have a manager who sets up a team to play rubbish football. No imagination, no varying up our game, doing the same thing for 90 minutes plus and expecting different results. Like all our wing players were doing was just lobbing the ball into the box and hoping someone is there to head it in. And then in the second half, 52nd minute, they go up. That was a very good play. Counter-attack, good play, ball to the right wing, back to Fernandes, goal. Quick, incisive passing, and we were 1-0 down. Then I was telling the guys I was watching the football with that this is very good. It's good that we got scored against because now we're going to wake up. And that's exactly what happened. After that, Arsenal woke up. It's a mentality thing, guys. Every time we are playing lazy football, just passing around, no urgency, the best thing that happens to us is when the opponent scores. Then the team comes alive. Then we start seeing each other. Then we start passing with urgency. Then we get into the box more. Then we start taking more risk. Why don't we do that from the beginning? We become a reactive team. Once our team has gone ahead, then we start playing our football. That cannot continue, guys. It's the manager's fault. You need to drill your team. You cannot be there on the bench watching a team playing crap football, not progressing the ball enough, and then you're there watching until you get 1-0 down, and then they start reacting. And they do that game after game. Why don't you change their mentality in training? It's up to you to do it. And then Gabriel Magalosh, the defender, equalizes. He's in the box, and the ball comes from high, allows it to bounce, and then he just smacks it against going off a defender into the goal. That was like the 63rd minute, just after Manchester United had gotten that red card to Dalot. So we thought, wow, the game has opened up. They're a man down, we are 1-1, we have equalized. Now let's go on and win this thing handsomely. Then we go on and get that penalty. At this moment, Sterling was playing some very good football on that right wing. Making some good runs, direct dribbles, something we've missed in this Arsenal team, especially since Nwaneri got injured. And that's the other thing. Sterling came in as a last day signing from Chelsea. And you'd expect him to play more games. But every time Arteta speaks about him, he's like, he doesn't even consider him to be first in his plans. But this player's got something that we don't have in Arsenal Football Club. He's got those direct runs. He's a proper winger with a dribble on him. And I don't know, this manager doesn't like creative players. Honestly, I've got a theory that Arteta actually hates creative players. Players who take their own initiative, who do their own thing, who can just dribble and make things happen out of their own individual brilliance. I don't think we have many such players in Arsenal. And it's because the manager does not go into the market to get such players intentionally. You see other clubs, Chelsea, Manchester United, Newcastle, Liverpool, they've got plenty of such players. Guys who can dribble and get into the box and do things comfortably. But Arsenal Football Club have these players who just like passing. We don't have enough players with a dribble, with a creative spark. And we used to have lots of them under Wenger. But this manager is not intentionally going out to buy such players. January is here. You thought he'd be going out and getting such players in early. Players like Ademola Lookman, players like Nico Williams, with a dribble on them, with pace, with a shot. We need such players in Arsenal Football Club. And so Odegaard misses that penalty, and we languish up to 90 minutes, getting chances like the one that Havertz sort of skied inexplicably, in front of goal, like 2 yards in front of goal, but he still manages to lob it over the bar. Honestly, this player Havertz will be Arteta's undoing. And I think this is the biggest mistake Arteta and Edu made in the transfer window. They went out to Chelsea and got Havertz to replace Xhaka, thinking they were bringing in a world beater number 8, someone playing that midfield and give us a different dimension. But he came in and it was clear that he was not going to work in that midfield. And then Arteta, trying to hide his embarrassment because he knew he had blown £65 million and given a very high wages to a player who was clearly not fitting well in his team, decided to push him forward and make him a number 9. Now that seemed to work for that season. He scored a few good goals, but everyone knew, every Arsenal fan knew going into the summer that Havertz was not the solution in that position, and that we needed to go out and sign a Victor Osimhen, a Victor Gyökeres, or someone like Alexander Isak. Even a 7-year-old Arsenal fan knew that we needed to go out and sign a striker. And what does Arteta do? He goes out and signs Mikel Merino, he signs Calafiori, and he pays Brentford to keep Raya. So we didn't get a striker. So he goes into the season with Havertz as his main number 9. Man, it doesn't take a football genius to tell you that you are light up front. You cannot go into a season, a team like Arsenal Football Club, not even Arsenal Football Club, even if it's Crystal Palace or Ipswich, they cannot have Havertz as their main number 9. No sensible club in the Premier League or in Europe can have Havertz as their main number 9. Man, this guy has just blown this club. Arteta has blown this club. Look how the game petered out. Rice missed a good chance as well in front of goal. Keeper saved, and then we went into extra time. We never really created. Struggling to create. That has been the theme of Arsenal's season. Struggling to create. We cannot create chances from open play. Good chances, quality chances, chances that someone just needs to tuck in. We don't do that often enough. And when we get crunch moments like today, when we absolutely have to score, you cannot back Arsenal to score because we are not used to that kind of game, because we don't create enough. And so we went to penalties, and the only player to miss his shot, the only player who had his shot saved, was Havertz. Man, this guy, I've had enough of him, to be honest. He doesn't have the confidence of a striker. Even taking a penalty, you could see he seemed unsure of himself. He ran up, he hesitated, and then he put the ball where the keeper got a full palm to it and kept it out. That is your main number 9 Arsenal Football Club. If you don't go out there in the market and get 2 attacking players, I'm saying 2 because we actually need 2 now that Jesus is injured. So we need a wide forward, a winger who's electric, who can dribble, who can score. Players like I mentioned, Nico Williams and Ademola Lookman, players of that mold. And then we need a striker. We need to go out there and get Victor Gyökeres or Victor Osimhen. Whoever's got a release clause, activate it and get him into Arsenal Football Club. Don't wait for the summer. Don't wait to get a bargain. Save our season. Have a proper striker and a proper winger coming to this club. And then you'll see the difference. Our game will change. But otherwise, as things continue, we're out of the FA Cup. And I don't think any of us expect us to overturn that 2-0 loss. When we go north to face Newcastle at St. James Park, I don't think we're able to overturn that 2-0 loss. And that's not me being pessimistic. It's just the reality, guys. It's being pragmatic. It's what I'm seeing in front of my own eyes. I don't see players going out there to fight for the shirt, to play with pride, to play with passion, to play with hunger. I don't see that. And that's exactly what you need to win cup competitions. So over to you fans. What do you guys think? Do you think this manager is up to scratch? Do you think can actually lead us to a trophy this season or the coming season? Or do you think, like myself, that this manager has had enough time? This is our 5th year of the project, and the sooner he goes, the better. Let him have the rest of the season, but we should be out there shopping for a new manager, because some managers don't know how to cross the line. Southgate for England is a perfect example. Almost got it, going to finals, losing. Same with us, Arsenal Football Club, 2 years in a row, coming second. The year that the champions falter, City are faltering this season, then we also falter, and we let clubs like Liverpool come on and take advantage of the opportunity. This should be Arsenal's season. We should be flying high in the Premier League. All those draws we've had in the Premier League, over 6 or 7 draws we've had this season, they should have been wins, but because of a manager who clearly does not know how to set up the team attacking wise, or does not know how to instill the right mindset in the team, we don't look like winning anything this season. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Thank you for supporting this channel. Please give this video a big like and hit the subscribe button. Till next time, peace. God bless. Bye bye.